Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the Millennium Falcon fine molds build. As you can see, I've been hard at work getting more of these LEDs installed and getting this thing ready to button up. I already had a bunch of the LEDs in, but I put in all of the red marker lights and the engines, which are glowing blue, and all these other things, and also the headlights, and we're making progress. It is a veritable rat's nest in there, but they're all wired in parallel, so if you lose one, you won't lose them all, which is a good thing. All of the ones that I'm putting in are in, so this is pretty much ready to roll. I do need to decide where I'm going to come out with the wiring to go to the power supply. So it's landed, so I was thinking of using some heat shrink around two of the cables to mimic kind of a hose or something going up to the Falcon. We'll see what I come up with, but that sounds like kind of the best option right now anyway. But underneath, with all the lights, it looks really great. I really like the way this looks. It looks like it's a kind of a landed position with the LEDs all shining down on the ground. It's pretty neat. And once you get the top on, it looks really great as well. I've been kind of doing all the little stuff lately. Nothing worth building or making a video over, but things like I assembled the other docking clamp, that goes right here, or docking collar, whatever they call it. So that one's done. I finished up some stuff with the cockpit that it needed to be finished. I also started building the gun wells. They're out in the paint booth right now. I had to paint them before I put them on because there's a clear part in there, so I wanted those all complete. So after I put this together, I'll be dropping the gun wells in after I paint the ship, so that I don't have to mask that clear piece. So I also have the engine cover in the paint booth. I'm currently painting it and getting it ready with a sort of a dull coated piece of plastic that I grabbed off of a package. Just some of that plastic stuff you get on, blister pack stuff that you buy. So that's ready to go on as well. So I've been kind of hard at work on all the little stuff. So that's why I haven't really made a video. But here we are, kind of making our first video of this project. So the goal is to have this thing buttoned up and start putting all of the little side dealy wobbers on, all the greeblies on the sides, and then I can actually mask the engines because that'll be all painted, so I can actually mask that off, and then we're gonna paint this thing. The paint is Tamiya AS20. It's in a spray can, and it's about 95% accurate to what the Falcon is painted on the studio model. So, and since you're going to weather the crap out of it anyways, it doesn't really make much sense to try to get it exactly on. So I'm just going to use that. It should look pretty good. I actually painted my 1/144th Falcon in that color, and it looks great. So when you see this next, hopefully it will be all buttoned up and getting primer at least on all of the different parts. By the way, here's the top of this thing right here. I love the way this thing looks. The details on this thing are insane. I mean, all of those are individual parts. I know I said that in my first video, but it just blows me away how many parts there are in this kit. I've heard the Bandai kit is very similar in that it has about 600 parts. This thing has over 900 parts. It's just, and I mean, parts are as simple. I mean, they're like just the littlest details, like, these little things are parts, and this is like 3 parts here, and these are 2 or 3 parts. I mean, it just goes on and on. You're just gluing parts on for days. But it's kind of therapeutic. I kind of liked it. So, but there's my little cockpit, all my characters in it. So yeah, should be pretty cool. So sit tight. I will be back. Hopefully when next time I'm here, this will be all buttoned up and getting some paint. Be back in a minute. All right, welcome back everybody. So I have completed the lighting, and I've completed the engines. I've completed everything that I need to complete, and I'm now closing it up. So I kind of wanted to catch the moment here. The engines turned out really nice, exactly kind of the way I wanted, kind of just a light glow. It's landed, so I didn't want it to be really bright. I wanted it to be like it was kind of shut down a little bit. All the landing lights are on. I got the decal up the ramp on so that it looks like there's a tunnel up there. That's from Jerry, by the way, at HTA Model Works, right there. So that's actually a pretty cool addition. So when you look up there, you don't see nothing. You see, you know, a bit of the tunnel. The cockpit is all lit up, and everybody's in there, and the headlights are on. So everything's looking really good. The other thing that I've been doing is putting Jerry's decals on the gunner turrets, and I don't think you're going to be able to really see them very well, especially since the hole is really small. I mean, that's what you're going to see it through. So I just don't think that it's going to be, you know, necessarily worth putting those on. But if I were to light it up, I think you'd see a lot more. But just putting them in dark, I'm not sure if it'll be worth it or not. But we'll find out. If so, man, that's kind of a nice bit of detail there, you know. So anyway, back to it. I'm gonna finish putting this together, and then I have all these sides that need to go on that I built ages ago. So I'll start putting those on too, and we'll get her all set here. So once this is all complete, everything's bolted down, I'm gonna put all the little screws in and put all the sides on, and then we're gonna prime the whole thing and get it ready for paint. So once it's painted, it's weathering and you're done. Oh, and decals, and you're done. So it'll go together pretty quick after that. So I hope everybody's liking this. This is kind of a neat kit. I just can't get over the detail on it. I still can't after all these years. It's just amazing. So I can't wait for it to be done. But anyway, I will be back shortly, and hopefully we'll have this all closed up and all the sides will be on, and it'll be awesome. So hang tight. All right, welcome back. So the ship is completely closed up, and all of the side panels have been put on. As you can see, they're actually really nice. They look great. All the little greeblies are great. I've glued on the little docking rings, and the engines are done. They look really good. Turned out really great. All of the landing lights are done. I stuck it on the stand to kind of lift it up and make it a little easier to work on. So it's not going to be sitting on that when it's done, because it's in the landed position. Also, this isn't on yet. I just stuck it up here because it fills in the hole. It makes it look good. Cockpit lights up nicely. Everything is really looking good on it. So it is time now to actually prime and paint it. So this is the actual color here. I've actually primed and painted the turrets, and that's exactly how the rest of the ship is going to be painted. That's Tamiya AS20, and the whole ship will be that way. So you don't really see the color when you're done, though, because you weather the crap out of it. So it'll be that, but very dirty. So when next you see it, it should have a coat of primer on it, and maybe even some paint. We'll see how far along I can get over the next 24 hours. So sit tight, and I'll be back. All right, welcome back, everyone. So it's got its base coat on. So this is the Tamiya AS20 spray paint, and this is the color that's like, they say it's like 95% accurate to the real base color of the studio model. So who might argue? I also put on the canopy, and this thing is ready for prime time. The turrets are actually installed, so I actually installed that one and the lower one. The ramp is still being painted, so it's not installed at this time, but yeah, the ship's looking pretty cool. I always like the Falcon. It's sort of like one of the big characters in the Star Wars films. So next on this is decals. So here's the decal sheet for the fine molds. We've got some lovely glare there for you. There we go. Some people choose to paint all these on. I'm going to put the decals on just because I much prefer doing decals over painting anything. So these will be my next endeavor. And then after that, the fun begins with weathering. So we're going to make it nice and dirty, but not too dirty. One of the mistakes I see on the Falcon a lot is people make it incredibly filthy, and at this scale, it just looks like it's been through a soot factory or something. You want it to look like it's been used and abused, but not, you know, like you got it out of a junkyard. So we'll try to do the studio model proud with this one. Keep it light, but make sure that it's, you know, it looks really, really, really good. So again, I always follow Fictin Fu on YouTube for his way of doing all of the weathering. It turned out amazing, so I'm going to do the same thing. I use oil paints to do that. I actually did it on my 1/144th, which I would show you, but it's at work and we're in a pandemic, so I can't bring it home because it's still there and I'm here. So yeah, but maybe later. So anyway, boy, that is cool. I hope you guys like this. I'm sorry it's been a while since I put one up, but it takes a long time to, you know, before I do anything interesting on it. You know, sometimes it'll be several weeks before I go, oh, I think today I'll do and I do something that's worth filming. So this base coat here probably took me 3 or 4 days of primer and paint and top and then bottom and all that. So I mean, you can see how that takes some time. You got to wait for dry times and things like that. So I think it turned out really great, though. Looks good. Oh, and right now out in the paint booth, the photo etch grills for the engine grills they're out there right now. They're primed. I'm gonna paint them. I'll probably paint them tomorrow, and then we'll get those installed too. I actually have to spray paint this area black on all of these, and then put the grills in so that everything looks good. One of the ways I learned to do that, by the way, since we're on the discussion of engine grills, is using one of these thingies. I actually used it on my cutaway, but you just find the one that's about the right size and you paint it. It's probably a little too. It's probably that one or just a shade smaller. You know, you kind of figure it out and then you just run with it. Hit it with a little bit of spray paint or an airbrush and then move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. You can get it done really quick that way. So I did that on my cutaway Millennium Falcon, and it turned out pretty great. So, well, as far as those went, anyway. So, but that's it for this one. I think I'm actually going to upload this video so you guys can kind of see what's going on with this project, and yeah, I'll have more on this at a little later date. All I have left is decals and weathering. So, and then I'm going to see if Jerry will make me a nice base from HDM Modelworks. See if he'll make something in acrylic that looks cool. I thought about building the little stormtroopers that came with the kit and have them shooting at it while Han's in the cockpit trying to get the thing started so that they can fly away. So I thought that might be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah, see you next time. Happy modeling.